Hello, I'm the Media Wiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and time for a Christmas edition of...
Epic Media Battle! Christmas edition!
And since it's a Christmas Epic Media Battle, I decided to take two of the most popular sodas, and let's see which one is the best, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have a little bit of a repeat with what happened with the Burger King and McDonald's Epic Media Battle, because I technically like both of these. Of course, if you can't tell, I'm having Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Alright, so yeah, they're both sodas, they're both really sugary, they're both fattening, and they both, in my opinion, taste awesome. So you're probably wondering why an epic media battle on sodas, especially Coca-Cola. Well, I mean, obviously Coca-Cola is huge around Christmas time. Like seriously, when I went to go get these at the grocery store, Coca-Cola is everywhere. There's like huge stacks of them, and one of the reasons is because you'll notice on the bottle, they have this on the big bottles too. This is just the regular like carry-around bottle. They have Santa right there. Santa's like a huge mascot with Coca-Cola. If it isn't Santa, it's a polar bear. So, yeah, that's why I decided to do Coke versus Pepsi, because I want to talk about Coke because it's like it seems to be the drink of the season, and Pepsi, so I get to talk about both of them. And of course, Epic Media Battle, we get to talk about the two each, and we get to compare and contrast. All right, so Coke, Pepsi, obviously the two big similarities, they're both brown sodas, or red if you look them in the light. Some people say it's red, which I've seen it with cherry Coke. That's definitely red. Obviously, one's blue, one's red. All right, I guess we might as well test these out in terms of smell and flavor. I mean, technically we don't have to smell, but it's just a thing I like to do with the food drink videos, that I like to test out the scent. That definitely smells like carbonation. That is I mean, all sodas smell carbonated, obviously, because they are, but I don't know. That is definitely carbonation. Get that down in one swig. Alright, so honestly, I remember Coke tasting a lot sweeter. Maybe it's something they did with the formula, but I don't know, it tastes a lot, it doesn't taste as sweet. Maybe it's because I don't drink soda as much as I used to. Maybe like every time I have soda, like especially Coke in particular, it always tastes a lot like, it tastes less sweet. I mean, it does taste sweet. It has a very fizzy, I mean, obviously, again, carbonated soda, it has the fizzy taste. So, I don't know. Maybe my taste buds are aging. But yeah, I still like it. It's soda. I mean, I like it. It's sugary. You guys noticed, I'm pretty sure I had Coke in the Burger King and McDonald's Epic Media Battle, so just one more swig. Yeah, I don't know. It still tastes sweet, but it doesn't taste as sweet as I remember. Another thing I wanted to bring up, just as sort of a quick interlude before we get to Pepsi, you'll notice the bottles are different. And it's not just these carry-around bottles, as I call them. I call them the carry-around bottles. They're smaller. They're sort of like a bottle equivalent of a can. They're not as big as the regular bottles you get for your fridge. The Coke bottles look just like this. They're shaped almost exactly like this, except they're bigger. And then if you look at Pepsi bottles, now I remember back then, like when I was younger, around like I think early 2000s, back when they had Pepsi bottles, they looked just like this. But now you'll notice they have a different shape. They don't have these little bumps right here. But the Coke bottles still do. Pepsi is like perfectly designed. It's perfectly spherical. And even though like the only difference that it has from like the bigger bottles is that there's a little bit of a indent here, like it goes down and then bends and then goes down and then it bends to the bottom part for this. But the bigger bottles of Pepsi, they're perfectly spherical. They're like this from the top all the way to the bottom. So that's just one thing I noticed that I thought was interesting. Obviously, you'll notice the Pepsi bottle. The Pepsi logo is the Pepsi ball. That's its icon. And yes, I know technically they had Pepsi Man in Japan, which I think you gotta give Pepsi credit. They have a mascot versus Coke, which doesn't. Coke, I mean, obviously they have a polar bear every so often, and they have Santa, which, by the way, they did bring that up in one Coke versus Pepsi commercial, which those are awesome.
But only with Pepsi.
You still got the polar bear.
And the whole Coke versus Pepsi is just like Coke versus McDonald's. There's a huge thing, like the ad campaigns for these things are huge, and that one commercial in particular is one of my favorites because it was a good shots fired moment for Pepsi. Now, whenever I talk to people about Coke versus Pepsi, a lot of people say they like Coke more because it's not as sweet. Pepsi, on the other hand, is way sweeter, and I never really thought about it. I guess I can test that out now and see if Pepsi really is that sweet. So, yeah, let's test this out. It smells way more carbonated than Coke. I don't know why. It just smells a lot more carbonated. I don't know. Okay, might as well test the taste. Oh my god, I taste it. That's definitely sweeter. That is sweeter than Coke. That really is. Yeah, that is definitely sweet. Okay, I didn't even notice it the first time around, but yeah, Pepsi is a lot sweeter than Coke. It really is. Wow, I can't believe I didn't notice that. Man, wow, this really... Hang on, let me try it. Let me try them like one at a time, like back to back. Okay. It's zesty, but not really sweet. That is definitely sweeter. I can't believe I never noticed that. Wow, people are right. Pepsi is sweeter than Coke. Oh my god. I guess there's only one more thing we can really do with them since I got a glass with me on. I got a glass up here, so I guess we might as well see how these two taste when they're combined.
'Tis the season. Watch out. Look around. Something's coming. Coming to town. Coming to your town. Always go.
All right, let's see how I want to see how these two taste combined. Oh my! It's exactly how you think it would smell. It smells like it has like lots of carbonation from Pepsi, but it still has like that carbonation smell that Coke has. All right. I'm a little nervous. I want to see how this goes. I'm a little reluctant, but I'm also optimistic on this. It has like a really sweet aftertaste. It tastes like Coke, but then like when it hits the back of your throat, it tastes like Pepsi. That is really interesting. Wow. Wow. That's an interesting combination. I never really would have thought it would come out like that. So alright, might as well see which one won that battle. Again, honestly, I like both. I really do. I can't think of a winner. It's hard to pick a favorite. They're both good in their own way. It's just like McDonald's versus Burger King. I mean, like I said, Coke, it's not as sweet as Pepsi, but it is more well known than Pepsi is. I mean, people know what Pepsi is, but you know, this one is more well regarded. But with that said, I mean, if we're gonna go off flavor, honestly, I think Pepsi's a little bit better because it's sweeter. But if you're looking for something that's not as sweet and sugary, then go for Coke. Although I will say this, if they ever decide to, sort of like what they were going to do with Burger King, where they were going to make the McWhopper, even though they never made that, I'm really disappointed in you, McDonald's. Why did you not? It was for World Peace Day. You could have, your greed got the best of you. But anyway, I really think that when you combine these two together, it does make a pretty good combination. So if next World Peace Day, Coke and Pepsi should definitely join forces and make this. This is really good. It tastes really good when it's combined. It tastes like Coke, but then the Pepsi aftertaste hits your mouth. It's good. So yeah, I guess the sort of winner of the battle is Pepsi, but technically speaking, I thought both were good in their own way. So yeah, it's kind of a two people won this battle. But I mean, again, technically speaking, I said that I think I like the sweeter taste of Pepsi more. But again, I honestly think that they're good in their own merits. I don't know. Yeah. So Pepsi winner? Question mark. I don't know. I like to think that they both won. Oh my god, I forgot to bring this up. One thing I noticed, they always have these, the share a Coke with, and for Christmas time, look what they got. They got, they share a Coke with someone under the mistletoe. Just pray that that someone is not Justin Bieber.
But I'ma be under the mistletoe.
So, yeah, both good. I really think they're both good. I think there's only one we can end off this episode.
Drink Coca-Cola. Drink Coca-Cola. Drink Coca-Cola.
I'm the media whiz because 1 out 4 wasn't enough. Poor kid. Doesn't even know that soda pop is worse than alcohol. Seriously, he should know by now that that stuff has cocaine in it.